40-year-old man is behind bars after fatally shooting his 35-year-old friend over an argument about a $20 gaming voucher. At 12:37 p.m. on Sunday the 11th of June, authorities responded to a report of an unresponsive man in a hotel room at the Excalibur Hotel and Casino at 3850 South Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada. Investigators said that a housekeeper at the hotel noticed a bloodstain coming out of a door, and when she opened it, she saw Martel Merrill's body and immediately called hotel security, who then contacted police. When officers arrived at the scene, they found the man suffering from a gunshot wound, and medical personnel pronounced him dead at the scene. Authorities said that Christopher Mason checked into the room on Tuesday the 6th of June and was staying with Martel and another person. Detectives learnt that on the night of Saturday the 10th of June, security called 911 after a woman reported that a man she knew as Queez held a gun to her boyfriend's head. The woman said her boyfriend Martel was talking to her on the phone when he got into a confrontation with another person over a $20 gaming voucher. She said she heard a thud and then laboured breathing, but she gave security the incorrect room number. Detectives reviewed surveillance footage and saw Christopher get into an elevator Saturday night and leave the hotel before heading southbound on Las Vegas Boulevard. They checked Martel's phone and saw he got a text message from Christopher Saturday morning asking where the $20 gaming voucher was. There was also a 23-minute phone call between Martel and his girlfriend that evening, corroborating their girlfriend's story. Police also showed the woman a photo of Christopher, and she identified him as the person she knew as Queez. On Monday the 12th of June, the criminal apprehension team located Christopher about 10 miles away in the 6800 block of West Cheyenne Avenue and arrested him without incident. He's charged with an open count of murder, and he's held at the Clark County Detention Center without bond. A 27-year-old woman is behind bars for fatally stabbing a 27-year-old boyfriend after he accused her of cheating on him. At 6:31 p.m. on Saturday the 10th of June, authorities responded to the 900 block of Walnut Street in Racine, Wisconsin, on reports of a stabbing. When officers arrived, they found an unresponsive man laying on the sidewalk bleeding from his chest. The victim's girlfriend Adela Gomez Zuniga was laying beside him, crying with blood on her shirt. She told officers, "I stabbed him." Medics attempted life-saving measures and transported the man to a nearby hospital, where he was declared dead. Authorities said that Adele and the victim, who was not identified, started fighting after drinking alcohol, even though he had been sober for a year. The victim allegedly blocked her from entering their house and accused her of cheating on him. After Adela finally got into the home, they continued arguing about her alleged infidelity, as well as who paid the bills. They were pushing and punching each other, and he pushed her into a kitchen table. The victim went down to the basement and took $400 they had put away to save. After returning back, Adela grabbed a knife from the sink. Her boyfriend began taunting her, saying that she was stupid and that she wouldn't stab him. Adela told police that she didn't take her pills that day and had also been drinking, and that she stabbed her boyfriend in the chest. Authorities said that the victim ran out the back door screaming for help, and Adela followed him to get the money back. Neighbours said Adela and the victim had been arguing loudly for 15 to 20 minutes inside the home before they saw the victim collapse outside the residence. Adela was arrested, and while in the back of the police car, she said, "I stabbed him because he tried to take my money and he tried to kill me." During a search of the home, police found a 10-inch butcher knife with blood on it, as well as blood in several areas of the home. While in jail, she was heard saying, "I hope he dies." She later told officers, "I can't believe he's dead," and that was never her intention. When asked what her intention was, she said, "I wanted to get him scared." Adela is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and use of a dangerous weapon. She's held at the Racine County Jail, and her bond has been set at $500,000. She's scheduled to appear in court on the 21st of June for a preliminary hearing. If convicted, she faces up to life in prison. A 37-year-old man is behind bars for fatally shooting his father. At around 1 a.m. on Wednesday the 14th of June, authorities responded to a residence in Woolburg, North Carolina, on reports of a shooting. When officers arrived, they went inside the home and found Jamie Allen Coe deceased from gunshot wounds. During the investigation, detectives determined that Jamie had been shot by his son, Justin Allen Coe. Justin was arrested and charged with murder. He's held at the Davidson County Jail without bond. He's scheduled to appear in the Davidson County District Court on the 12th of July. No other information about the shooting or what may have led to it was released. A young woman has been arrested and charged after she battered police officers. At around 9:45 p.m. on the 8th of June, authorities responded to a home on North 8th Street in Middletown, Indiana on report of a person refusing to leave a home. When one officer arrived, he could hear several people yelling on the porch outside. He described several cigarettes and other things scattered about. Investigators said that a woman identified as Tia Short was holding a small child and crying. Tia said she called 911 because her daughter, Emily Collins, came to visit and was refusing to leave. She added that early in the week, there was an altercation and Emily had battered her. She said she was tired of being treated badly by her daughter. The officer then asked Emily to leave the home and warned her that she would be arrested if she did not comply. Emily stated that she wasn't going to leave. After multiple attempts for a peaceful exit, the officer began to arrest Emily. She then began assaulting the police officer by punching and kicking. The officer was kicked in the groin, prompting Emily's father Bobby to help try and restrain the woman. The officer then called for backup, and another officer responded to the scene. Both officers then attempted to put handcuffs on Emily's wrists. She freed herself and began swinging, striking the officer in the face and kicking a second officer in the chest. The officers then held Emily down on the ground until additional backup arrived. 3 additional officers arrived, and they were able to restrain Emily with handcuffs. They went to place her in a squad car, and after placing a seatbelt around her, she refused to put her feet in the car and demanded to be let loose, stating she would not go to jail. After being warned of getting tased by officers, Emily complied with their demand. Her mother informed officers she had asthma and was afraid Emily would have an attack after the altercation. Police took Emily to a local hospital for clearance for the condition. After being granted medical clearance, she was taken to the Henry County Jail. Emily is charged with 2 counts of battery against a public official, resisting law enforcement, and criminal trespassing. Authorities are investigating a shooting which took the life of a pregnant 21-year-old woman and an unborn child. At around 1 a.m. on Sunday the 11th of June, a fight broke out at Soup's Restaurant and Bar at 1205 Country Club Drive in Jackson, Mississippi. Ayara Anderson was 8 months pregnant and had spent the night at the venue, and as she was attempting to leave in her car, she got caught in a crossfire. She was shot in the head and leg and crashed the vehicle into the Interstate 220 overpass along Industrial Drive. Ayara's friends attempted to revive her and called 911. Paramedics arrived and transported her to a local hospital, where she was placed on life support. An emergency C-section was performed, but Ayara and the unborn child died. Police have not made any arrests to date and have urged anyone with information about the incident to contact Crime Stoppers.